Good morning, student. Amos.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. How are you?
I think so.
How was your night?
I think so.
Good. Please pray for us. Let's start. Why are you the only one? Because I don't want us to stay long in this class. Anybody that is late will finish before that person comes. So pray for us. Let's start.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
I thank for today. Definitely not sit like this. Allow us to start this class and start us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
In Jesus' mighty name, pray.
Amen.
Amen.
So what is happening? All of you have not seen anybody's assignment, and I asked you to send your assignment through my WhatsApp page or my email. So what's going on?
What's this?
Hmm?
There is connection. There is the problem. So if you do it to send it, the problem.
Connection. I say you can snap your assignment, write it with pencil, with biro, then you snap it and send it to my WhatsApp page. I can read it from there. Then I score you and give you your scores through that WhatsApp.
Okay, sir.
Good. So when am I expecting it? Huh?
Sir, soon.
Soon as soon as what? Because soon can be now, from now to next week, next month, next year.
No, how about sir?
Hmm? Okay, let's start. The last class we discussed about color interaction. Then we define what color is, three classes of colors and uses. Then primary colors, secondary colors. We talked about the basic importance of color and other things. Can you remind me of what we said are the three things that you need to consider in color? What and what and what?
The durability.
You don't have your note there. Check your note now. We talked about hue, we talked about value, and we talked about intensity. Samuel, on your mic and your videos, please, let me see you. Amos, on your mic. Yes, on your videos. Let's just continue. I said we have value, we have hue, and we have intensity. These are the three things we said you should consider when mixing colors and other things. Then we talked about classes of colors. We have analogous colors, tricolor, tetradic colors, and their likes. Was that what we discussed the other day?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now we are going to be, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Good. Can you read it out for me?
So, introduction to the concept of dyeing and bleaching.
Good. That's what we are going to be looking at this morning. So now, by way of introduction or starting, here we said dyeing and bleaching, or dyeing. Dyeing is a chemical process of adding color to fabric. That's what dyeing is. And you remember in our classes, we always talk about how to mix your colors, or how to prepare dye by using different colors. You know, a dye is a substance that comes in different colors. Now, dyeing is a process, and it's a chemical process. That's you joining the colors together with the chemicals that will give you the process of dyeing. Add colors to fabrics, and Dyeing is normally done in a special solution containing dyes and particular chemical material. We talked about the material the previous class. The major material for dyeing and bleach, for dyeing is what? We have two major chemicals
Mm,
for dyeing. They are what?
yes, sir. Hydrosulfate and um,
Caustic soda.
sodium
We have hydrosulfate and caustic soda. Good.
caustic
These
soda.
are the two major chemicals we use in dyeing. So with the combination of these two chemicals with the dye stuff itself, you can change any fabric, that's white fabric, to any color of your choice. That's why we said dyeing is a chemical process of adding color to fabrics. And again, dyeing is normally done in special solution contain dyes and particular chemical material. Now, after dyeing, dye molecules have uncut chemical bond with fiber molecules. So the temperature and time control the two key factors in dyeing. Well, when these two things, Malang, you are welcome. On your mic, Malang.
Thank you, sir.
Good. We are talking about Amos, what are we talking about now? Because she came late.
Sir, the introduction to dyeing and bleaching. Introduction to dyeing and bleaching.
Introduction to dyeing and bleaching. Right? Malang,
Sir?
can you see the slide from there?
Yes, sir.
What's the topic?
Introduction to the concept of dyeing and bleaching.
Good. That's what we are discussing. And we said dyeing is a chemical process of adding color to fabric. Dyeing is normally done in a special solution containing dyes and particular chemical material. Now, this dye material or dyeing chemical material, they are the two major chemicals we use in dyeing. What are the two major chemicals, Malang?
Dyeing and dyeing.
No, the two major chemicals we use now in dyeing.
Yeah, the dye and
Malang, not tying types. Chemicals, the two major chemicals we use in dyeing. You don't know. Amos, help her.
caustic soda. Sir, caustic soda.
Yes, caustic soda one. Malang, caustic soda one. The second one is what?
And dye.
No. Caustic soda and hydrosulfate. These are the two major chemicals we use in dyeing. You got the first one, but the second one is not getting. So let's continue. We said dyeing is normally done in a special solution containing dyes and particular chemical material. And we said the dye stuff comes in different colors. We have blue, red, yellow, as we have it as we had it last week in our color interaction. We have primary colors, we have secondary colors. Now, if you don't have the knowledge of these colors, how they are mixed and which one to join to give you what you want, you end up having terrible dye process. Because if you have the chemicals right, you have the hot water good, and you have everything, all the safety precaution materials fine. But if you are blind in color choice, you mess up. Why? Because you don't know which color and which color you are going to mix to get what, and you don't know color harmony, you don't know color analogous colors, you don't know tricolors and their likes. You don't know those who are harmonious to one or to each other. Do you understand? Now we said the chemicals after dyeing, dye molecules have uncut chemical bond with fiber molecules. Now the dyeing molecules must have a bond with the fibers. That's, remember, the fibers are the threads used in weaving that fabric that we use. So the fabric is the whole material, while the fiber is the strand of thread they use in coupling the fabric. That's what fiber is. Now there must be a bond between the molecules of dye, that talking about the color. Then the chemicals as well, so that it will register well in that fabric that you are trying to dye. That's how it works. If you don't have it that way, then you have a problem. It will give you challenges when those things are not bind together. The temperature and time control are two key factors in dyeing. The more you allow your fabric to stay in the dye bath, the better your color and the more thicker your color will come. Because when you allow them from, the ideal time is from 5 minutes and above. So it will register well and it will stick well. It will give you a very good color combination, a very good and solid color. You won't have patches if you allow it to stay for a long period of time or for hours in the dye bath. Do you understand? If you can hear me, just note your head, then I will know. Good. Malang, on your video, there is one unknown person that I'm seeing, no videos, no audio. Who is that person, Amos? On your video, Amos.
So I don't know.
There is one unknown person, no audio, no video. Please, if you know the person, tell him to on it, or I'll remove him from this class. So I said the last thing I said was the temperature and time control are two key factors in dyeing. You have to take note of these two things. If your time control and the temperature in which you are dyeing is not conducive, then you have a terrible work. Let's continue. Any question?
No, sir.
Good. Now, dyeing is a colored substance that has an affinity, that's ability to stick to the fabric which is applied. When you apply color, when you apply any color or that's dye in any fabric and it doesn't have the ability to stick in the fabric, then you have a problem. But if you apply it, it sticks. This usually happens when the dye, maybe the dye is expired, that's the color itself, the dye stuff is expired, or the chemicals are expired, they are no more in use. Do you understand? Who is this person that don't want us to see his face or her face? On your mic, Malang, who is that person? Amos, who is that person, please?
I don't know.
If the person is not ready for this class, I'll remove the person. Who is there?
That is peace.
You who?
So I said it's peace.
That is peace.
Huh?
It's Polycarp. It's Polycarp.
Peace. Is
Sir?
it peace?
Yes, sir.
Let me see your face. Why are you hiding your face?
Sir, some problem.
Let me see those problems so that we can join our hands together and pray for you. So what's the problem now?
Sir, I just woke up from sleep.
What?
I just woke up from sleep.
You just woke up from sleep. What's the time now? Since yesterday night you slept and you are just waking up.
So I did not sleep early.
This is terrible. You are late and we cannot repeat what we have said already. Maybe I'll show the slides. You can screenshot them and you read on your own. But thank God you met us where we are now. Dye is a colored substance, as I've said it earlier, that has an affinity or ability to stick to the fabric to which it is applied. If this thing is not done, then you should know that there is a problem, whether the dye stuff has expired or the chemicals itself are not in good condition. So you should take note of this. But if these two things or three things are active, the chemical being active and the dye stuff are all active, you will have a very good fabric design. Now, dyes require a mordant to better the fastness of the dye on the material on which it is applied. Mordant refers to chemicals that help the attachment of dye stuff to fibers by bonding to the fiber as well as to the dye. This mordant, mark that word, M-O-R-D-A-N-T, is chemicals that help the attachment of the dye stuff to the fabric. If this thing is not there, that's when this very particular word is missing, you will not have your dye registered in your fabric well. So you end up having a very bad design. And I know you wouldn't like to see that. So make sure everything is in active condition. Make sure you keep your materials and your dye stuff, your chemicals in a very good environment so that you don't have challenges or have problems or issues during your dyeing process. Do you understand? Now, let's go ahead. Now you can see the slide from there. Bleaching in the other hand is done to remove natural color which is inherent in the fiber. Now talking about bleaching, we have discussed this or talked about this in our class. Have we done any practical on bleaching?
No, sir.
No, sir.
We did not
Sir,
decorate any
no.
t-shirt.
No, sir.
Yeah. So how are we going to do it now on this lockdown? Alan?
Sir, you'll be teaching us during the class.
During the class. On how to do the practical, right?
Sir, you come with this thing.
With what?
With the things for the practicals.
Okay.
Amos, I don't blame you.
So I pray that network will allow us to do that so that we demonstrate and you see how it works. Now, bleaching in the other hand is done to remove natural color, which is inherent in the fiber. So for every color, especially when the fabric is 100% cotton, whether it is black or any color apart from white, by the time you put any bleaching substance on it, it will remove that color naturally, the natural color of that fiber or fabric. It will remove the color and it will give you a plain color, whether white or any other color. That's why you must, these chemicals have these bleaching agents in them that before you dye, for example, if you carry any 100% cotton fabric that is colored, then you put it in your dye bath after preparing, mixing your, what's it called? Your chemicals. When you mix your chemicals, you prepare your dye bath, take any of the 100% cotton fabric, you dip it into your dye bath. When you remove it, you will see the colors are not there again, or that particular color is not there again. Why? Because these chemicals they have percentage of bleaching agent. Then it is a very important procedure in the textile industries because textiles use this. By the time you are tired with a particular color, you want to re-dye it or you want to change the color, the first thing is to mix your dye bath, use the kind of color you want to use, then the bleaching agent in the chemicals will remove that former color in the fabric you want to re-dye naturally. Once you dip it into the dye bath, it will remove it, and the next thing you see is the new color you want to dye. Now, this is done in order to achieve a clean white end product. Bleaching can also be used to create designs on t-shirts and other materials, which we're supposed to do before you go. Did I ask you to buy t-shirts that time? And you bought them?
Yes, sir. Very well, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I returned them back to you. Kasham, you are just
Yes,
coming.
sir. Sir, I'm not just coming. No.
Welcome. So what have we done so far? Can you please give us revise what we have done?
Saturday.
Yes.
Just coming.
You are just coming.
Yes, sir.
You see your life. Yaga Funga.
Yeah.
Good. So let's continue. Now, I said bleaching can also be used to create designs on t-shirts and other materials. So I don't know how we are going to do it anyway, but we'll find a day that will practicalize it through this medium so that you see how it works. Do you understand? Any question? Any question from anybody? Amos, Kasham, Peace, Malan?
No, sir.
No question. Good. Today class, we are not going to stay long in this class. Very soon we'll finish. This is the end of our class today. But here is this question. Define bleaching. Kasham, what is bleaching? Sorry, there is an error there. It's not bleaching, it's bleaching. Kasham, what is bleaching?
Sir,
What is bleaching?
bleaching is the act of changing. Sir, I forgot me.
Malan, can you help her?
Malan.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
what is bleaching?
my own understanding.
Yes.
Sir, when like now you carry white clothes and black clothes. I don't know why Kasha is laughing. So I cannot explain it very well.
If you cannot explain, then define it.
So let me try.
Yes.
Bleaching is the act of. Bleaching is the process of changing a color for a.
Changing a color from what?
Sorry, sir, it's the act of like making a color brighter.
Okay, making the color brighter. Amos, on your mic and your video.
Define it.
Yes.
I want to define it.
You said?
I want to define it.
Okay, go ahead.
That is changing one color, like removing the natural color from an object, from a fabric.
Good. Removing a natural color from a fabric. That's your idea. Now, Amos, what is your own understanding about what bleaching is? Amos.
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
that is like the process of changing a fabric's color to a natural color, or removing its natural color to another color.
Yes, on your understanding. Please on your mic and talk to us.
Sir?
Yes, what is bleaching?
Sir, bleach, everything they say, sir, that is bleaching.
Peace, you believe everything they say that's bleaching?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's your definition. She said everything, she believed everything they say that's bleaching. That's her own definition.
No, sir, bleaching is when you use bleaching agents to remove color from clothes.
To remove colors from clothes. Good. Now, all of you have tried. Now check this. Can you see the slide? Huh? Let me know if you are seeing the slide.
No, sir.
No, sir.
You are not seeing it.
I can see it.
Yes, I can see it.
I can see.
So I can see
Okay,
it.
anybody that can see it, read it for me out. Let me hear you.
Dyeing is the removal of natural color from fabric.
Is what?
The removal of natural color from fabric. Is the removal.
So that should be an error because we are talking about what? We are talking about bleaching, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
bleaching, take note. Instead of that dyeing there, is bleaching is supposed to be. Bleaching is the removal of natural color from fabric. Do you get that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Kasham, what did I say?
The bleaching is the removal of natural color from fabric.
Good. Amos, yes, what is bleaching?
What did I say? No, this is the information I said.
So ignore that first word. It's not dyeing, it's bleaching, please. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. So take this assignment and I want it on my WhatsApp page or my email. Define dyeing. Define dyeing. Kasham, define dyeing. Malang, define dyeing. Peace, define dyeing. Amos, define dyeing.
Sir, now.
Yes, now. Because the assignment I gave you guys, I've seen none in my WhatsApp group and my email address.
Samayo refused to send.
What?
Samayo refused to send through email.
Then you send it to my WhatsApp page.
Okay, sir.
You have my WhatsApp number. You can do that through my WhatsApp number. Look at it. Look at my email there and my WhatsApp number. That's my phone number as well. 081 320. You can even send it as a text message to me.
I don't know.
Malang. Copy it. 081 320.
I've copied it already.
Then I want to see that assignment before 1 o'clock today. You are laughing. I want to see that assignment before 1 o'clock today. If not, next class I'll punish all of you. All of you. Kasham, Malang, Peace, Amos. I want to see that assignment before 1 o'clock.
We don't have enough data.
Send it as a text message to my phone number. That's my phone number as well.
I don't have credit.
Yes, sir.
MTN text message is free. Every network is free now. So you don't have any excuse. Do it before 1 o'clock. Any network you are using, their text message is free. Okay, if you like. So we have come to the end of today's class. Kasham, pray for us. We have come to the end of today's class. Kasham, pray for us.
Hallelujah. Kasham,
amen.
Amen. Close your eyes. Father, we thank you for the success of this class. Father, thank you for giving us more knowledge and understanding. Father, we give you all the adoration in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Father, I pray that you shall give us the strength to be able to do our assignment and submit it in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
You better do it though. Stay safe, stay indoors, don't go anywhere. Coronavirus is real. Have a nice day.